All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Colored and White Entrances on Classroom Doors. All right. Colored and white entrances on classroom doors. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because of this article that came out a couple of days ago. And pretty much as you can see right here, it says, North Carolina school takes down controversial segregation era display. Now, the first thing you see right here is one door says colored entrance. The other door says white entrance. All right. And pretty much what this school was doing was trying to portray Black history. All right. On other doors in the school, they had things like Motown. They had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all of the great public figures, you know, in the past, as far as Black people are concerned. You know, they had another door that they're gonna show in this video where they said from chains to change. All right, pretty ridiculous, but you know, but this was the most controversial one right here. It said color entrance and white entrance. All right, and the reason why they did this is because the teachers wanted to actually bring that feeling back as far as what it was like to be a so-called Black person back in the day. All right, and pretty much this whole thing has made people very uncomfortable. A lot of people trying to understand why they did this in the first place, and then other people understood why they did this because you know, pretty much people was like, okay, well, yeah, the students need to see this, that way they can feel exactly what was going on back then, and then, you know, they could feel some type of guilt, and they could feel that, oh man, I'm sorry that you all had to go through this, and pretty much, you know, just apologize, and everybody can learn from this, and we don't need this type of racism ever again. But we already know this is not the game plan, man. All right, this is not the game plan. And pretty much, you know, this is nothing but Esau showing his true colors again, man. That's all it is. Because ain't no way that you're going to put this inside of a school and then you're going to say that this is okay. This is not okay, man. All right, when the students go to school, yeah, they're going to feel that discomfort. The Black people going to feel like, man, this is how we used to be treated. And the white people are going to feel that superiority. All right. And then, of course, you know, certain white people are going to feel that guilt. They're going to feel like, man, we really treated these people with nothing but hatred. And that's all it is, man. At the end of the day, you know, they have nothing but hatred for you so-called Black people, you know. But, of course, it all goes down to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. If you're a so-called minority, so-called white people do not adore you. They don't like you. All right, they don't want anything to do with you at all. All right, so let's go ahead and play this video. It's about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna grab a few scriptures, man.
Tonight, these classroom doors labeled colored entrance and white entrance, sparking new debate over how to handle the nation's painful racial history in schools. The display depicting a segregation-era Sears department store entrance from the 1930s, part of a Black History Month lesson at West Charlotte High.
Our only thing was like making sure that the kids knew or could see a visual of how things were back in the day.
The school ordering the teacher to take down the signs, but her daughter says they're missing the point.
The purpose of the door was to show that Sears, which is a department store, was one of the first stores that allowed Blacks to shop with whites.
Other doors representing historic Black entities like Motown Records, and another displaying the message from chains to change. However, the school district deems the segregation-era entrance inappropriate. In a statement provided to NBC News, the district saying that the school district is required to provide social studies and history lessons to all our students in an age-appropriate manner, and that the activity is not aligned with state standards or with the CMS curriculum and approved lesson plans.
As a society, we have what I would call oppression fatigue.
Historian LaGarrett King sees pressure coming from the political environment, but also value in the conversations the display generates.
you can't teach integration without teaching segregation, right? And those doors right there, just seemed like it was, another aspect to start conversation.
Some members of the community agree. Sharice Terry runs a local coffee shop that sells Black memorabilia.
What I see is somebody has done a very good job at recreating and illustrating what the times has been like for Black people.
Online, the reception is mixed. Some users calling it a great idea, and the lesson is loud and clear. Imagine what our grandparents and ancestors felt, while others are calling it disgraceful and not the best learning objective. But for LeGarrette King, disagreement and discomfort are all a part of facing our history.
Joy is important, exceptionality is important, the heroes and heroines are important, right? But if you want to teach a holistic kind of understanding of Black history, unfortunately, oppression, anti-Blackness, and power are kind of intertwined within that history.
And Antonia Hilton joins us now on set. So Antonia, what are academics telling you about the response to all of this?
Well, Ellison, the historian that we spoke to thinks that the district may be trying to get ahead of the kind of backlash that we've seen coming from parents and politicians in recent years whenever these controversies have come to schools. And, there is a serious risk. In some cases, schools have passed new policies, there are new laws in place, and so they have to take action and try to protect themselves when these kinds of difficulties come up.
Antonia Hilton, thank you.
So,
tonight, newly released video shows.
All right, so as you just heard them say, they pretty much had this on display so they can have people feel that discomfort and that guilt of what happened back in the past. All right, and so when students go to school, they can feel that tension in the air. And pretty much, like I said, this is nothing but Esau just pretty much showing how he used to rule and dominate you so-called Black people, all right? Because when you see something like this, yes, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. You don't want anything to do with it. And that's one of the reasons why it shouldn't have been brought up in the first place. All right, ain't nothing wrong, with being like, okay, let's do an essay on Michael Jordan or do an essay on Martin Luther King or speak about, Marcus Garvey or whoever, just speak about, anybody from the past that, we grew up learning about. But at the same time, you do have to learn about what happened to us as far as slavery is concerned, as far as oppression is concerned, all of that. Okay. But when you see things like this automatically lets you know where you live at. This will automatically let you know that you are not in the kingdom. You are not in a land where you're free. Okay, like I always like to say, you can't be free in the same land that you served slavery in. You're still here. You're still in the land where your ancestors, which you are, all right, because as we all teach, reincarnation is a thing. We all were back there on those plantations in the past, man, all right? So at the end of the day, you can't erase this. You can't erase this. You got to recognize that, yes, you are still living in the same land where we have shedded blood, sweat, and tears. We've been robbed, raped, and murdered, tortured, threatened every single day, man. We still living here. You can't be free in a land that you served slavery in. And this would just be a straight up wake up call. When you see something like this, man, it's an instantly just make you think like, you know what? This is the place that we live at, and we got to get up out of here, man. And we don't like it here. All right. Because at the end of the day, the true white people who saw this and their spirits, a lot of them want this to come back to life. That's why they have those certain laws coming back in the South. What they call those laws, man? God damn, it's at the tip of my tongue. But anyway, they bring it back, they bring it back certain laws that definitely is not cool with Jake. All right. They bring it back laws that's definitely going to put Jake in a tough position. All right. So when you see things like this, man, it just lets you know that we are not welcome here and things got to change, and they will change. All right. So let's go ahead and grab the scriptures. Let's get Psalms chapter 5. We're going to start at verse 8. And it says, lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of my enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher. They flatter with their tongue. All right. It's speaking about Esau. Now we go to the tools. We're gonna look up this word. We're gonna look up. Let's look up this word sepulcher. Oh, hold on. Salakia. Let me go back. It says grave, sepulcher, tomb, right? Then when you go and look up the word flatter, I believe the Hebrew word is halak, and it says to divide, share, plunder, allot, apportion, assign, to divide, apportion, to assign, to share, to divide up, to divide oneself, to be divided, distribute. All right, as you keep seeing, divide, divide, divide. Then it says to be smooth, slippery, deceitful, to be smooth, slippery, to be smooth, to flatter. So when you hear them speak about things like that, and you hear them bring up these little projects where they like, yeah, we want to show people how it was back in the day. This is nothing but them being deceitful. All right, and being deceitful and showing you how they used to be, and they're showing you how they want things to be. All right, and they're causing division. All right, this is division right here, man. Okay, so when these kids went to school, this could definitely enrage a lot of the so-called black people, and this could definitely enrage a lot of the so-called white people. They could have went to school and had a different spirit upon them that day, man. This could have caused a lot of chaos if if things wasn't so calm, man. All right. You know, the people who, the so-called colored people who went to this school, they probably could have started looking at the white people and looking like, man, y'all better not start none today, because you already know how Jake is, man. As soon as any one of them say something slick, Jake ready to box, point blank, period. All right. So yeah, this whole thing is inappropriate, point blank, period. But this is the wicked. It says, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. You can't trust them. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher. They flatter with their tongue. All right. They cause nothing but division, and they are very deceitful. This is why you can't trust or believe anything that they say. All right. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and we're going to go to verse 7. And it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right. When you look at things like them doors, it pisses you off, because it does remind you of where you came from and where you still living at today. All right. Then it says, and a gift destroyeth the heart. One of these gifts that Esau has given you all is Black History Month. That's one of his gifts, is saying, oh, I'm sorry. We're going to make sure we dedicate a whole month to you so everybody can see how great and helpful and superb you all really are. All right. But that gift is destroying so-called black people. When Black History Month pops up, they like to showcase, yeah, this is what we did. This is how great we are. This is what we invented. This is how we make things so much better, so forth and so on, man. It's destroying them to the point where they don't even realize that the same people that was lynching them and killing them are the same people that gave you this weak ass month. It's the same people that gave you this weak ass month, and they only give you 30 days, and not even 30 days, because it's in the month of February. It could be 28, 29. All right. They only give you 28, 29 days to recognize yourself, and they're going to act like they're your friend, and they're going to showcase you and put you on in the commercials, and they're going to act like you're welcome here just so March can come around, and then they can go back to being the devil again, putting you all up in jail for things that you didn't do, killing you all in the streets, putting drugs in your neighborhoods, so forth and so on, man. All right. This gift is destroying you all. All right. That's why it says, surely oppression making a wise man mad. When we see things like this, we get upset, because we like, damn, man, this is one of the things that remind us of who Esau really is. This type of behavior is not over with. And everybody knows that, man. This type of behavior is still here today. All right. Let's get Psalms chapter 73. Whenever situations like this come up, you always got to get Psalm 73, man. In Psalm chapter 73, verse 1, it says, a psalm of Asaph. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart can wish. All of this is speaking about Esau. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully, all right? They are corrupt and they speak wickedly when it comes to oppression, all right? Here it is. This is a time where we don't want nothing to do with this. It's so bad to the point where we don't even want to remember it. But we're going to remember it anyway because we got to make sure we stay on point and realize who these people really are, all right? But it's so bad that it's like a damn nightmare, and actually it is. It's a nightmare that we do not want to live again, man. We do not want to go to sleep and think about this shit, man. All right, but here it is. They'll say, yeah, for Black History Month, we're going to put doors like this. So when y'all go to school, guess what you going to feel? You going to feel guilt. You going to feel enraged. This shit is off, man. This shouldn't have happened in the first place. But like I said, this is nothing but the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai exposing these people. All right. And these people should be waking up to what these people are doing today. All right. Their spirit is not done away with, man. They are still here and they still hate you all. Just because you were able to go to the same schools and now you all can shop at the same malls and shopping areas, different stores, and go to the gym together, whatever. That doesn't mean that you're free. It doesn't mean that you're okay. If Esau really wanted to bring any unrighteous decrees, all right, if he really wanted to bring that hell on Jake, he can do it right now and any minute. And Jake wouldn't be able to do anything. Why? Because Jake is too much being a stereotypical nigga. Jake is too much being dumbed down, having a quote unquote good time, and not even realizing who he is and where he's living at. And this is why we got to get up out of here, man. This is why we are waiting for Yahushua to take us out of here so we can finally give justice, so we can finally receive justice, Salakia, and we can finally get vengeance on these people. And it's going to happen, but the scriptures say that we got to wait on the Lord, man. We got to wait on the Lord. But this is one of the curses, though, that was going to happen to us. All right. We were supposed to go through this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. Let's go to 65. God damn, what just happened? All right. And it says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. This is exactly what you feel when you look at that door. Trembling heart. You fear what Esau can do to you. Our people used to fear what Esau used to do to them back in the day. All right. He says, find no ease. You will never live a life where problems will let up. Problems are going to continue to happen over and over and over again. And failing of eyes, no hope, man. And sorrow of mind, depressed, beat down. And one of the reasons why is because of the people that's ruling over you. Verse 66, and it says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. This is exactly how Jacob's living right now. In the morning, thou shalt say with the Most High, it were even. And at even thou shalt say with God, it were morning. For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. All right. We are literally living a nightmare every single day. But Jake doesn't see that, just for the simple fact that they're receiving all of these toys. You know, they got the jewelry, they got the clothes, they got the whores. You got to say it like that, man, because they not women. They're not wives. And they exactly what I just said, man. They getting all of these rundown women, all right? They getting, you know, all the cars or whatever. They able to go to all of these bust down parties and everything, man. Just live their lives as if nothing is going to happen to them, as if nothing is going to change. It is like, man, we like the way life is set up. They like, man, we can eat whatever we want. They serving us double bacon cheeseburgers every day, man. They feeding us. But here it is. You all are upset when the alarm clock goes off every morning and you got to wake up to go to work. Or when the next day comes around, you realize you ain't got no job, but you still living off food stamps. You got 4 or 5 kids that you got to take care of, and you got to do whatever scam it is that's in your mind to get by, and it's making you depressed. You got ADHD and all of these different things, man. But you still want to be here, though. Like it says, but the Lord shall give thee their trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. All of this is because of who? This person. These people. All right? Because if we were under a righteous rulership, you'll be happy. All right, so when you see things like this, like I said, it should remind you of where you live at. You cannot be free in the same land that you served slavery in. So let's get one last scripture, then close it out. We're going to get Sirach chapter 25. And we're going to get verse 7. Because this is what we waiting for, man. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. This is what we waiting for. We're living to see the fall of these people. And we are literally right there at the door. No pun intended. We are right there at the door, man. We waiting to get up out of here, and we waiting for a change. And it's about to happen. The prophecies are popping off, and we right there. All we got to do is just keep enduring. But like I said, this is what it is, man. When you see things like this, it should give you a great reminder of where you live at. And you should start waking up, man. But of course, we already know the majority of our people not going to wake up. We only do these videos for the elect, man. We go out there for the elect. Because our people, the majority of them, man, they want to stay here, man. They want to go ahead and join hand in hand. They want to love Esau and so forth and so on, man. So, hey, let them do it. They're going to have to perish with their enemy. All right? But like I said, let this be a reminder. Let this be a reminder, man. Hey, we not free yet. We're not going to be free until Yahushua comes back. And this is our hope. Like the scriptures say, we are prisoners of hope. We hope that Yahushua returns soon, man. All right? So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the 4 corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.